Hey y'all, what's up? What's up, y'all? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. TGIF. Yeah, I think it means thank God it's Friday, but it actually means toes going first. Little humor for you. But I'm gonna entitle this piece For Those Who Doubt What I'm Saying. Or for those who doubt what Rom is saying. I'll tell you what. This past week, I've talked about the shadow world, talked about why I'm not big on money and status, and especially the five types of sex women will have. Dudes got hot. I was like, man, I got more thumbs down on that than I've had some videos in the past where I'm straight going in on like some women, and they didn't thumb it down like I never get that. Like, god damn. And you got a couple guys comment. They got one where they garbage it is, but they couldn't give a paragraph answer why what I'm saying is wrong. But you know what it is? People, many men really ain't as red pill as they think they are or know what they know. Because a lot of men, they caught in those situations where they getting that transactional sex. They caught in those situations where they getting just that relationship sex. In fact, I remember what a woman told me one time, and this woman was a sugar baby. She said, sometimes women they don't necessarily feel like having sex with a man, but it might be their husband or boyfriend. They just go ahead and do it anyway. But see, if you get too much of that, that's where it becomes a real issue. You know what I mean? It becomes a real issue when you get too much of that. And see, I could already tell you, those guys who had a problem with that probably never felt lustful sex. Because you know what they say, hit dogs holler. And a lot of people want to be into something. But you know what? Sometimes people believe what they want to believe, right? Until you show them otherwise. Like, I had a couple people thought I was just talking trash about going to the gym. They actually said it in the comments. And I've had people say that. I remember a video a long time ago before I got big on in this space. Somebody I had because they had read an article where it said I had been mistaken for a Washington Redskin. And then they just thought I was just bullshitting, just talking to talk. It's funny when people think you just talking to say some shit, right? Like, I'll give you an example. This is a little bit of a tangent. I remember years ago, you remember that singer D'Angelo? Long time ago when he was hot, some of the older folks will remember. That was at this, setting up at this festival over there on George Avenue across the street from Howard University in this big field on Banneker Field. And he had come through before most people came through, and I gave him a shirt. I said, yeah, wear this, promote this for me, right? And then, he left. He was going to sing in the show. And then later on, this woman said to me, I was selling the shirts and I was telling people, I was like, yeah, D'Angelo got one. So this woman who was vending next to me, and she was like, baby, you don't have to do that, lie and say D'Angelo got one of your shirts. And I just said, okay. And then when D'Angelo came back out, he didn't wear my shirt because he had to dress up, but he came by, gave brother like one of those, daps and whatnot. He went on stage and sang, and then her mouth was open. She couldn't say shit. But, sometimes people ain't gonna want to believe you because they doubt you. And I'm not the first person. Plenty of coaches can say the same thing. Coaches, people on here, even all types of relationship people can say the exact same thing. They can say people don't want to believe you because really people don't believe shit that they haven't personally experienced, which ain't a bad thing. But that's why I say check it out for yourself. Now, as far as the stuff I'm saying, you know what? Never mind all the people co-signing me in the comments, and never mind all the other YouTuber personalities co-signing me. Never mind all that. Anybody, I don't care who you are, where you at, if you doubt anything I say, there's two types of people you should go to ascertain. You can show them my videos. You can tell them what I say. Look, in fact, show them my videos. You can pick random ones where I say something that you don't agree with, especially about female nature and who they getting down with. Y'all can show them the sex video, whatever, the money and status thing. And there's two people you want to talk to. The first one is a sex worker. The first one is a sex worker, right? Now, the sex worker, it's a tricky thing there. Don't pay the woman like $100, $200 and then ask her the question. She's gonna tell you, she's gonna read you and figure out that you want to hear me say something she wants you to agree with you, and she's gonna do that if you put money in her hands. Get a sex worker that's off the clock. Get a sex worker that's off the clock, and if you can, get somebody who don't know you well, because somebody who know you well, they'll lie to you too, just to protect your feelings or tell you what you want to hear. So first, get a sex worker. It could be anybody who make money through sex, any woman. They'll tell you what the deal is. Get one of those diesel women that BGS tells you about. Get one of those diesel women. They will break it down. They don't have time to play with you. But like I said, get one off the clock. Because one, if you pay them and say, look, I'm going to pay for your time, I'm going to ask some questions, she'll tell you whatever you want to hear. And trust me, she's reading. She's going to read everything about you. So that's the first one. And that can be tough to find. But here's the second one, a little bit easier to find. Talk to a divorce attorney. I'm going to let that hang out there a bit. If you want to find out anything you want to find out about relations, talk to a divorce attorney. Because I'm going to tell you what. In fact, I think there was a divorce attorney who actually wrote a book about that. Because here's the thing with divorce attorneys. They don't have time to bullshit. And even then, I was talking with one who was an ex-girlfriend. And she said, yeah, they still try to lie to you there. Like the couples. Because I was like, we were talking about what they be saying and the reasons they breaking up. And she said, you gotta spend half your time trying to figure out what they talk, well, like the bullshit they give you. Because think about it, because I say late 80s, early 90s, I did a lot of freelance work around the DC courthouse. So when I was like chilling or something on a break, I would anybody who questioned that, I worked for CGA attorneys at the time. So I don't feel like explaining anymore. That authentic, that makes me authentic to people who know what I mean when I say that. But sometimes I would just sit in family court. If you want to know what's going on, I don't care what I'm saying, any relationship thing, don't do it at the wedding. Don't do it with a therapist. Therapists are really just paid to listen and to get you to see shit that you need to see for yourself. If you want to know the deal, go find a divorce attorney, or find a judge, find a retired judge, or maybe even a clerk that work in like a stenographer or something that works in the courts. You gonna hear they gonna tell you everything. Because see, a lot of men and women. It's funny because we say women be in a fantasy world, but a lot of men be in a fantasy world. Oh, that shit go out the door when you in family court. That shit go out the door because then you gotta pay a consequence. All of a sudden, you done worked hard, you had your money and status, but unless you went into it with an ironclad prenup, unless you went into it like ironclad prenup, you paying something. You paying something. And so imagine you know what, you got you some money, you making you 6 figures, maybe even 7 figures. You got some status. You think you the man. And you know what? You probably got with the actress so much you didn't even think about a prenup. You thought this woman really liked you. And she'll stay with you a few years, but towards the end you start noticing she don't want to have sex with you as much. Or she figured out how to get you to come quick. Some women figured out how to get you to come quick just to get you off of them. They had a sugar baby, same sugar baby break that game down to me. Some women slick with it, they know. All right? lot of guys, they ain't think about it, but then all of a sudden, they got financed that woman who they thought really wanted them, not their money and status, and all of a sudden they got financed her while some dude who don't have any status, don't have half as much, he don't even have a third as much money as you making, pounding the shit out of her in an apartment that you paying for. I want y'all to let that shit sink in, but you think you getting over. Like I said, go look, if you don't want to talk to a divorce attorney or don't feel like trying to find one, and yeah, it's hard to find a sex worker who's going to be honest to you for free. Shit, go wherever your courthouse is in your place. Go to, especially if you're in a major city. Just, you know what, make a day out of it. They let everybody into the courtroom. People can come in off the street, and it just, you know, just don't bring any weapons into the courthouse. We know some of y'all. Shit, just go there and sit there and chill. Do that shit for a week. And then I want you to come back and publicly apologize to Rom. Seriously, yo. Seriously. I'm just be trying to tell y'all some shit, man. I ain't on that fantasy shit. Too many motherfuckers in this space on that fantasy shit. But see, I done seen the other side, bro. I done seen the other side. I already know what's up. Told you. Shit. Like I said, go talk to a divorce attorney. Go hang out at the family court. Hell, watch paternity court. Shit. Nah, that's still some fake shit too. Some of it. But nah, go to a family court. Find out those real repercussions. Cause shit will come out. Trust me. You be sitting in family court, trust me. You be hearing from the woman and say, well, you know, if there's any infidelity, cause you bring that shit up. Shit, courts, you gotta bring that shit up. You ain't holding shit back. Hell, sometimes you be in family court or something, there be some stuff you don't need to have any kids there for if they ain't related to the parties. But yeah, just do that. So talk to a sex worker, talk to a divorce attorney, or anybody who regularly works in the family court system. Hell, I'll give you a bonus. You know, years ago I did this video. You might not have a woman if. I might not have a woman if. This is like one of the first videos I did on YouTube. This was among... Come on, sweetie. This is among the first videos I did on YouTube. And I was shouting out this brother in the DC area named Russell Price. Now, he wrote this book, You Might Not Have a Woman If. It's not in publication anymore, and I told him, man, he could make a mint with it. But understand, the way this brother was talking, he was like, you know, he said the signs that woman might not really be your woman. Now, understand his background. He wasn't a relationship guru or YouTube or anything. This dude in his 70s now. This dude was two things. He was a player and he was a cop. And most of what he did was break up domestic disputes. He said that was a big part of what he did. He was in PG County. Going to some of these, going in some of these rich areas in PG, like black people rich anyway. He breaking up shit in Fort Washington and, you know, that suburbs. Anybody from DC know that general area. Yeah, he ain't going in the hood breaking up some shit. So, and he was just saying how it'd be some dudes. Be having money and status, but their woman cheating on them at lunchtime. That woman cheating on them at lunchtime. Shoot, with whoever. It could be whoever. Cause see, that's another part of it. Y'all motherfuckers acting like these women don't be cheating. If they so happy and so satisfied, what the fuck they cheating for? And they be cheating on these dudes with money because, you know, after a while, they just say, hey, I'm going to give this money to this young boy who's blowing my back out. In the apartment paid for by this dumb motherfucker who thought I really wanted him. But now I wanted that bag. That's what they thinking. And seriously, y'all can get mad and shit, man. Y'all can get mad and y'all can try to put me down. But if I start breaking out my resume on this motherfucker, y'all be like, oh, shit, we ain't no wrong. Don't let the street side of you fool you. Shit. Nah. Nah. I was that crazy kid in school who still hit the books. So shit, don't let this fool you. This is just one side of my personality. I'm complex as hell. But people, seriously, I'm trying to tell you. So instead of fighting this shit, understand, protect yourself. I'm gonna have to get out of here. I just saw somebody. I just saw a sundress. So anyway, y'all, sundress season, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace and blessings.